Slipping into darkness. Free as
I ain't done nothing to you. I ain't tighter than bell bottoms on the Jackson 5. What I do to you, old man, that got you acting so ignorant toward me, huh? What I do to you?
You remind me of myself. When I was your age, I was a baby, didn't know nothing about the world, or how to scratch my way to figure out something. I was hard-headed, stubborn. I look at you, and I see myself.
I think the generational divide that's talked about and displayed in the play is important because it worked to bridge the gap, which is an extremely tough task to try to accomplish, especially when people growing up 40 years ago went through a different thing than people who are growing up now are going through. It's just different generations went through different things.
Coming down here and having this old sucker calling me boy, treating like me, I'm like something under his shoe.
Well, you call me old dude. I mean, how respectful is that?
For me, it was the things that stood out the most was just the disconnection between the younger generation and the older generation.
The old aren't talking to the young. Nobody's communicating anymore. You know what I mean? We got people out here with so much history that we know nothing about.
People my age or older have a certain impression about folks that are in their teens and 20s, and we just need to communicate.
In my generation, I see us as we're lost, really, as there are a lot of lost children. There's a lot of men out here with boys that don't know how to treat women and they don't know how to act in public. And I see it all the time, people out and they're just screaming and acting crazy. And I look at them like, why are you acting like that? Like, don't you know any better?
There's a reason how it got to this way, and it's not just because, you know, you're ghetto or whatever. So for me, there's an issue of truth, an issue of honesty, an issue of directness, and particularly among young black boys, you know, lives of omission.
We men need to reach back. We men that blame time and other things and our ideal pursuit in that piece of the American pie have to understand our own responsibility to our younger generation.
I invited you here tonight to see something positive. You just got out of shooting.
Yo, man, don't be putting my damn business out on the street. I don't know nobody up in here. And now they know something about me I didn't want them to know, man. If I wanted them to know my business, I would have told them myself, man.
Hey, man, wait. First of all, who you talking to like you crazy, man? And secondly, I wasn't trying to disrespect you, man. If you look at how the cards are stacked up against us, what you ashamed of anyway?
If you think about something, it starts to materialize. We are very powerful beings, man. Human beings are very powerful beings. We have the thought process of being able to materialize the things that we want. What's something that you would like to do for yourself? What's something you like to do for yourself? What would you like to do? If you can pick something to do every day that was constructive, what would it be?
I want to do something that's good, something to make money, because I love money a lot. And something that I gotta do that ain't like always gonna have me looking behind me thinking somebody about to, you know, try something that ain't gonna have me like paranoid and stuff. Something good, like something I can relax with. And hopefully have kids and like my sons and my daughters and like look up to me and shit. Be like, yeah, that's my dad, he doing it positive, so I'm gonna be like my dad. Cause I don't want none of my kids living the way I'm living and doing the shit I'm doing.
I'll tell you this, man. A lot of decisions that I made in my life and a lot of decisions that y'all making right now will affect where you are later on in your life. Because you can't do everything you want to do until you got to do what you have to do.
How come I feel like 1 minute I'm some crazy maniac, and the next I feel like the most smartest dude on the planet? How come I feel like 1 minute like everything I do for a reason, and the next I feel like I do a bunch of like crazy shit that I can't explain?
I just got one question. other than what we did, what somebody did for us. I got a question is, what can this group do for our youth right now?
If we respect these young brothers, then we give them the truth and let them make their own decision. That's what I'm talking about. It's about choices. If you truly want to give a child a choice, so they don't feel trapped.
If I'm so free, how come one minute I feel like hugging everybody, and the next I feel like hurting everybody I see? If I'm so free, how come I got dreams about being locked up all the time, huh?
People are so scared nowadays to say things to us because they think we're all wild and crazy, but that's not the case. I know some people that actually need that like little push and that stop and that nudge to realize that this isn't what they should be doing.
You have to take responsibility for yourself. You know what I mean? You have to say, look, I don't want to be like my dad was or my mom was or my cousin was. I want to do what's right for myself.
I've seen young brothers do things that are very impressive and sometimes they get great support and sometimes they should get even more support.
Inherently we're afraid and we feel like if we get with these other people and maybe and if I get a gun I can intimidate or put that fear into somebody else. A lot of times you find in schools it's not that we aren't educated, we aren't smart, but a lot of times we're afraid to show how intelligent we are.
I'm in 11th grade and they're teaching us like 6th grade math and stuff like that, so really not learning nothing for real.
Education is a really big thing only because a lot of black children are very talented. They're very smart. But when they aren't challenged, they give up. I think that's the biggest problem in our community, where we're not challenged with certain things. We just want to give up and not care anymore. I think that a lot of parents don't challenge their children. I think a lot of neighbors don't challenge their children. I think that some teachers definitely don't challenge their students.
I think a lot of young black men struggle with confidence issues. Are they confident enough to say what they feel to their friends or to think something out the box? Maybe you like a Lady Gaga song, but would you say that to your friends? Would you ever admit to something like that? I don't think a lot of young men would. I don't think a lot of young men would say, hey, I don't really want to wear my pants this baggy or this low. I don't really want to wear this style of clothes. I'd rather read this book or listen to this. I think that a lot of young men just say, hey, relating to not having a father at home, they say, hey, well, I don't want to lose my friends. I don't want to be different.
But when you look at yourself, you see what everybody thinks you are. Lazy, ignorant, criminal, selfish, predatory, ain't worth a damn.
I hope that people in my age group, what they take from the show is this idea of being accountable, taking responsibility for our actions. It's so weird because I was in the play, but I learned a lot from the play myself, and telling this story, I was changed by the story, and I think that doesn't always happen.
But I see a warrior. And I know a warrior when I see one.
Free as a Jedi.